Hello, I am Densiska Elibiasidin and my teammate is Elesta Sawadi. We are students of Early Childhood Education from Keningau Vocational College, Sabah, Malaysia. And today we will be presenting our final year research and innovation project, which we name it as Wheel of Life. The introduction of this research project are to introduce and examine a teaching aid developed for the purpose of teaching the preschool students on the basic names and characteristics of animals. Based on our observation, there were few issues that teachers at preschools had to deal with. The first one, there was a lack of variety of teaching materials that were available in most preschools. Limited variety of interesting teaching aids will cause children to be less interested in learning. They become less focused in class and pay less attention to what teachers are teaching them about. In addition, the children will do their own things in the class or end up disturbing their friends. The second, if available teaching materials are not used effectively, it will not create an effective learning for children. The use of teaching aids that children find less appealing tends to affect the learning environment in the classroom. Most of the time, the children do not understand what the teachers are trying to teach as they become distracted or completely disengaged during the teaching process. There were two main objectives of this research project. The first one was to introduce Wheel of Life as a teaching aid in preschool classes, and the second objective was to examine the potential use of Wheel of Life in improving children's level of engagement. For rationale of project, there were few reasons why we decided to do this project. First, our purpose was to assist teachers in kindergartens, diversifying their teaching strategies by using more interesting teaching aids. We hope teachers will be more inspired to try out many teaching aids so that they themselves can generate creative ideas in preparing materials for their lessons. Second, the other reason was to create an effective learning environment with this Wheel of Life. This material was designed to create an effective and engaging learning experience for children so that they can apply their knowledge in life. For scope project, as we developed this project, we realized that we needed to narrow our scope. The focus of this study was to help preschool children learn about the life cycle of animals with an effective teaching technique in an engaging learning environment. However, we faced few challenges in getting this project done the way we visioned it. The first one was time constraint. We faced time constraint in completing this project because as a student, we also tied to other tasks that need to be completed and we had to prepare for our exams too. Furthermore, with the ongoing pandemic of COVID-19, we were still under the partial lockdown where traveling or conducting activities were not easy as they used to be, and the children at preschools had tight and strict schedules as well as rules than before due to the necessary precautions needed to be taken in protecting them from this virus. We had to admit that we did not have enough experience in conducting a research project. Next is project literature. There are several teaching materials that preschool teachers usually use in their class. These are flashcards. For example, a teacher shows the kids pictures of animals, fruits, objects, or anything related to the topic that is being taught. Second, concrete object. A teacher may bring easy-to-carry objects to his or her class and show this object to the children to get them to think and talk. Third, toys. Some of the popular educational toys are Lego, puzzle, soft toys, dolls, and toy cars that teachers normally use in their class. Fourth, for boards, such as road safety boards and safety board in classroom. Next, charts. Teacher, Teachers can use charts in many ways to teach children a variety of learning topics. Lastly, electronic devices. Electronic devices such as ICT also can be used in the classroom to train children on how to use technology properly. Next slide is strategies in reducing children's screen time. The first one, getting kids to do other activities. These strategies were adapted from Montessori approach, and there are five main strategies, which are get physical, encourage independent play, get them started and back away, implement a routine and prepare the environment. Second, encourage them to engage in independent activities that they can do without their parents. This will help children to be proficient in solving the problem they face, especially in learning. Other than that, to implement a timetable for children to adhere to. With timetable, the time allocation for children activity that the children can or should do will be more organized and balanced. Therefore, they will have adequate time to play and learn. Lastly, assist children in doing an activity before they can finally do it their own. This will train the children to be independent without relying too much on their teacher. My part is over, and now I would like to invite Elesta to continue the next slide.
Methodology. There were 7 children and a teacher who became the respondent for this study. Due to the new normal condition related to how many children can be involved in doing an activity as well as the limited number of children will be allowed by the parents to go to kindergarten. There were only 7 children who managed to help in the research. The instrument with observation checklist and interview will refer to some questions that we have developed prior to this research to interview the teacher, and we had a checklist that we use in our observation on the children's reaction and response while playing the game. Teacher respond to the interview. The teacher gave positive feedback on the teaching aid. The teacher explained how two students were working together in getting the correct answer for each question while offering them a level of healthy competition that encouraged them to think harder. The teacher also highlighted the level of motivation that the children exhibit the task as the appropriate, enthusiastic, and engaged, taking their turn to throw the dart and answer the question that they receive. Subject observed behavior. As you can see from the checklist, the student exhibit positive reaction to each item. The response from observation behavior suggested that children express enthusiasm in taking part in the activity while displaying collaboration, accuracy in answer, and adequate understanding of the topic that was being taught to them. The implied that this teaching aid was effective in enabling them to understand the subject matter through active participation in the learning activity. Conclusion, Wheel of Life may have potential to be introduced to other preschool and tutorial on how to utilize this teaching aid in preschool lesson might help teacher in understanding this technique. Teaching art should be study future in order to make it more possible to be carried out in any classroom environment.
Oke, seterusnya katak. Dengar dulu sayang. Katak nih dia mulai dari ibu katak. Macam mana katak melompat? Macam tuh. Katak nih. Ibu katak dia bertelur.
Macam telurnya.
Jarak 1 meter. Jarak 1 meter. Telur dia nih bertelur di dalam air. Banyak telur dia. Lepas itu bila telur ini menetas dia akan jadi berudu. Dari berudu tuh dia akan keluar kaki, ada ekor. Lama-lama dia besar lagi, ekor dia putus, dicabut, dia jadi katak dewasa. Oh nih, lepas katak dia jadi dewasa, apa yang dia buat lagi?
Betelur.
Betelur, macam cewek cakap.
Tapi telurnya macam mata.
Itulah telur katak.
Betelur menetas menjadi berudu, terus ada kaki depan dan kaki belakang, tapi masih ada ekor. Bila ekor dia terputus, jadi kakak dewasa.
Oke, pandai Oni.
Also, I include some photos and clips when we involve bootcamp exhibition in our college.
Basic untuk sekolah, jadi macam contoh lah. Misalnya kalau budak-budak dapat ramah-ramakan, so itu guru kena alert lah tentang kita hidup ramah-ramah.
That's all from us. Thank you for letting me your ear.